Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing vaccinations and tourism here in the Kingdom of Thailand. A recent article from Thai Visa, that's thaivisa.com, article was titled Thailand to Warmly Welcome Inoculated Travelers, and Thai Visa apparently is quoting TTG Asia, that's ttgasia.com. And quoting directly, foreigners who have been vaccinated against COVID-19 will be welcomed with open arms by Thailand through a new campaign set to launch in the third quarter of 2021. Titled Welcome Back to Thailand Again, the campaign is the country's bid to reclaim lost international arrivals throughout the pandemic. Quoting further, more than 1 billion people across the world are expected to be vaccinated by the end of June 2021, which could bring about a return in travel demand. Now, I urge those who are watching this video, go check this out. Again, we found it on thaivisa.com. It's apparently also on ttgasia.com. Article is titled Thailand to Warmly Welcome Inoculated Travelers. So, a little commentary here. Yes, as we've noted in a bunch of prior videos, vaccination may end up being, for lack of a better term, key to effectively putting to bed the whole quarantine process associated with travel to Thailand. There's been a lot of discussion about this, including the notion of quote-unquote vaccine passports. We've noted on this channel, going back a few months ago, the notion of immunity passports, and that's been discussed by the World Economic Forum, including this system called Common Pass, I believe. And there's there's a lot of talk regarding this, but long story short, it appears that this could be sort of the shortcut, if you will, to no further quarantines. Well, not no further, but less quarantines, especially for those who want to travel to Thailand as tourists. You know, the challenge is quarantine. How do we get tourists to come to Thailand when we have this quarantine requirement associated with COVID-19 response? Now, at first glance, and there are those who would argue, well, maybe COVID doesn't necessarily rise to the need to have this quarantine. I think reasonable people can discuss that. That's not the thrust of this video. The point of this video is, if there are vaccinations, if people are vaccinated and can prove it, would that then negate the need for quarantine? And one would presume that that would be the case, that if you have received the COVID vaccine, that you would not need to quarantine in Thailand. Now, we've yet to see any regulation on this. We have made other videos on this channel discussing this, including that the Tourism Authority of Thailand is looking at this. So again, a lot of discussion on this topic. Exactly where things land with respect to this remains to be seen. But I don't think that this supposition of the third quarter 2021 is too far off the mark if this does happen. That would seem to be enough time to see a number of people vaccinated, the logistics associated with that to be smoothed out, and the regulatory structure in Thailand to evolve to the point where you could see some change wherein folks who can prove vaccination no longer need a quarantine in the Kingdom of Thailand.